lot of people sometimes don't know how simple the coin business is. You have pennies, nickels, dimes, quarters, halves, and dollars, and some gold coins. It's just there's a lot of different dates of each of them. I believe the future of the coin market is these coins will be listed on the Wall Street Journal and a site-wide coin. It looks really nice, number one. Two, we believe that the future value of it, okay, is substantially higher.
So would you consider coins as an investment?
I mean, diamonds you can dig up out of the ground. Stocks you can issue more shares. Real estate's all over. I mean, coins are one of the few things that the more you know, the more you get into your area, people do really well. My name's Bob Paul Rare Coins. We are in Pittsburgh at the Pan Show this week. It's a stable show. I mean, there's 100 plus dealers here, and it's been a good show for lots of people from New York down to Virginia, and now this particular show, we have a lot of dealers from California.
So how long have you been working in the coin industry?
I've been full-time in coins for 45 years. 45 years ago, I went to work for my brother. I was in the hobby business, and I worked for him in coins. And 3 years later, I went on my own, and I've been doing coins ever since.
Wow. Were you a collector before you got into dealing?
You know, a little bit. You know, I started out more with stamps and went into coins, and it wasn't until I went with him and I learned the coin business, and I learned how to buy and sell coins. And then, of course, in 86 and 87, we had grading services that certify the coins come into effect, and I've been a pretty big part of the whole business for the 45 years. Contributor to the Red Book for pricing for the last 30 years, publishing books like the Van book. Then I also started a company where we place a W sticker on coins, indicating that they're the creme de la creme of white coins. People ask me, how did you start this? And I've always sold to marketers. I've been wholesale without a store. And about 5 years ago, just before COVID started, one of the marketers said, you know, we track who we buy coins from, and for some reason, your coins never get returned. So I told them it's because I sell you site-wide coins. And they said, what do you mean? I sell you coins with no distractions, no grease marks, nothing that you would look at it, and they're basically white, and the kind of coins that people want to buy. In a great market, spotted coins, dark coins, they all sell, but in most markets, white coins outsell everything. So I went out and I made the sticker, which I happened to copyright the W, and we started stickering coins at the beginning of COVID, and it was kind of like, I didn't really know what direction I was going with it. I just thought, you know, I'll sticker them and call them the creme de la creme of white coins. And it wasn't to go against white coins, it was just that I believe there should be a higher price for white coins versus dark spotted coins, where in our business we have one price, let's say for an ADS in 8, there's one price, whether it's got black spots, white spots, or it's beautiful. And I thought the sticker should indicate that the coin is white, and therefore in the future when you go to trade it, like right now we're in Pennsylvania, I can call a dealer in California, or he can call me and say, you know, Bob, I have a ADS dollar in 8 and it's got a site white sticker, what would you pay? And I can give him a price over the phone. We can give him a price over the phone also because it's in a holder, but the site white sticker, I know what I'm
standard for what
right. I know what I'm getting. During COVID, I probably stickered personally 40,000 coins.
Do you charge a fee for stickering a coin?
You know, actually, we charge in quantity. Okay. If it's over 100 coins, we charge the people who are selling to marketers and whatnot. But basically, I go to a lot of shows, and we actually do it for the dealers. We do it for them free, you know, because they're all just getting started, having 5, 10, 20 coins. And it wasn't so much to build a business that I was going to go into it and that was going to be my business and my income. We have a really good business as it is. Right now, it's more or less getting it out and having people dealing in these coins, because every dealer that deals in it right now, they all have certain collectors that they want them all with a site-wide sticker. And you have to be careful that you don't get stuck into having a site-wide sticker, because our standards for the coin with a sticker are substantially higher than just a white coin. But we believe that people should buy white coins when they pass them on, or they want to sell some coins and upgrade, and the coin is white. They don't have to have someone tell them it's got that toning, it's got that spot, and so it's definitely something I believe that should have a higher price. And right now they do sell more. We buy them, we sell them, but they do bring a premium, and it's pretty obvious.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying?
I mean, the coins look really nice, so I mean, I feel that I'm sure that's why you started it.
Absolutely. We have a website, sitewhitecoins.com, and we now have a pop report on it. So when someone has a coin, they can actually type in the serial number in the pop report, and it'll tell you how many of that issue there are. So everything that's stickered here will go on our pop report, okay, Monday or Tuesday, and there's a pop report of all the coins so you can see exactly where you stand in a site-white stickered coin.
So did it start primarily with dollar coins, or was it just all silver in general?
I'm a dollar dealer. I love dollars, okay, but I deal in all coins. We've actually done a 64 PL steel penny. We've done a buffalo. We've done.
That would count.
Yes, you know, as long as it's white, no distractions, no grease marks. You know, things that we cut off that when you get the coin, you're not going to expect to see that. Okay, and now we do the full gamut. We do modern coins, but they have to be 5 years old.
Okay.
And 5 years old because there's been a lot of problems with planchets and whatnot, and we think if it didn't turn or it didn't spot in 5 years, we're stickering it.
Sure.
Everybody wants us to sticker the 2024 or the 2025, but we don't know what they're going to look like in a few years.
Gotcha. So is there like a different way that we're making coins now that affects the way that they tarnish?
Yes. No, there has been a problem recently with the U.S. Mint that the planchets have starting to turn or spot. And I think right now they've taken care of it. It was more in the past 5 years.
Sure.
And I didn't want to end up, a lot of times when we look at the coins, we think about, should something happen to the coin in the future, we may be responsible for getting it back in a white holder. So we're very careful at looking at a little spot to see if it has a halo around it. A halo to us means it's growing. If it's a black spot, sometimes they have these little like rubbery little black spots with no halo. If it's not in a major position, which would be like the cheek or in front of the coin, it's hidden somewhere, it's allowed to have a spot. The toning, basically, they're white coins. And again, we're just the higher end, okay? But we still believe that white coins should have their own level. Whereas right now there'll be a gray sheet or books that'll put out a price of $100 for a coin in 64. Sure. Well, there's coins that are black, there's coins that are ugly, there's coins that are white, there are coins that are premium quality white, and they should have a different price.
Yeah.
And we're showing the site white sticker, and the dealers are having site white stickers to be able to charge more, pay more to buy a coin that they hope will sticker or that has a sticker. Along the same lines that the retail who is buying these coins from dealers in the past 5 years, many of them are getting rid of all their coins and going for a site white sticker because they realize in the future, when they leave these coins to their family, you're not going to have people telling them, well, this is an ugly coin or this is a nice coin. They're all going to be nice coins.
Yeah, sure.
I mean, when I started, people are saying, I don't need you to tell me my coin's white. And now that we've been doing it for a while, their answer is, I got it. Okay? Because there's a difference between just a white coin and having a box and a site white coin. It looks really nice, number one. Two, we believe that the future value of it, okay, is substantially higher because when you go to sell it, there's nothing distracting there that someone can. When we buy coins and it's got a black spot somewhere, it's got a distracting streak, or it's got a grease mark, we pay less for it, period. And we're just showing another level of, as we call it, it's just not another sticker. It means something. And usually 3 of us have to look at every single coin, okay? So it takes in our office, sometimes we'll spend hours doing 10 coins for somebody, and we have work to do. But we do take out the time, and we do pass them between ourselves to make sure it fits into our parameters. As a matter of fact, I'm stressing with dealers right now, we should put on our ads and whatnot, diversify your portfolio. Because coins are, I think COVID and the internet have a lot of people showing coins for lots of money, and there's lots of people coming out right now. Right. And I think coins is a better hobby now in the last 5 years than it's been ever.
That's a bold statement.
Yes.
Explain.
Well, there's a lot on the internet. I mean, every day somebody on TV, they're going to stop making 20, 25 pennies, and this rare coin sold for this much money. Sure. I mean, I've been in the business full time at that period. I've gone through the grading services opening in '86 and the grading services opening in '87. I've opened several grading services, and now the grading services are billion-dollar companies. Yeah. And I believe the future of the coin market is these coins will be listed on the Wall Street Journal, every single one of them by date. It's pretty easy because it's pennies, nickels, dimes, quarters, halves, and lots of different dates. And you're going to be able to buy shares in that coin, or you're going to be able to buy all the shares and take possession of the coin.
Yeah.
Wouldn't it be nice if you had this coin in your desk and your friends come over while you're doing your whatever the work is and say, I bought this coin, look at this. I just paid $5,000. You paid $5,000. Why'd you pay $5,000? Well, there's only 30 of them in this grade. Well, what does that mean? They made 300,000 coins, and out of all those coins, the ones graded, there's only 30. That's cool. Where do I get it? You know what I'm saying? And I find that when I was with some family members recently, and they're not into hobbies or whatnot, but when we talked about buying a share of a car, which they're starting to do in New York, or a share of some other collectible.
A piece of property.
Right. My son's wife, my younger son's wife, the shares are $10 each to buy these shares in a Ferrari or something, okay? And she said, I'll buy some. And she was like the type that we would never even think about that. And now I realize it's definitely the future, buying shares and coins or taking full possession.
So would you consider coins as an investment?
Well, in the old days, you weren't allowed to say they were an investment,
Right.
okay?
And it's even iffy nowadays.
And I think the more you know and the more you get into your area, people do really well. Most important, you have to learn the coins. If you walk into a store and they have a coin marked $300 and you just buy it and you don't know if it's a $200 or $400 coin, you most likely you're going to get lucky on a rising market, but overall, you really should learn the hobby. You can't just walk in. And as far as an investment, I do a thing with people that I tell them, invest in me, I'll buy some coins for you, and at the end of a couple years, you're going to be my friend, hate me, or give me a lot more money. And I have a lot of coins regularly coming back, and it's amazing how many people are making money on their coins. Because basically the coins do go up in value. I mean, the more of them that get placed and the more of them that are out there, the less of them there are. I mean, diamonds you can dig up out of the ground.
Right.
Stocks you can issue more shares. Real estate's all over. I mean, coins are one of the few things that there's a listing. There's a red book, of the United States coin, which I've been putting pictures. I'm listed in that book for the last 35 years. Okay,
and everybody should get one.
Everyone should get one.
Should
Okay, it has every date, and a lot of people sometimes don't know how simple the coin business is. You have pennies, nickels, dimes, quarters, halves, and dollars, and some gold coins. It's just there's a lot of different dates of each of them.
Yeah.
And it's very easy to come into a show like this and look at all these coins and be overwhelmed. Look at all these coins. What am I doing? Pick an area you like. A lot of people like pennies. I like silver dollars. I like big coins. I like silver dollars. There's lots of dates of silver dollars. And as you learn it, I can almost look at the back of a silver dollar and know the date on the front. Okay, and
That's kind of awesome.
yeah, so it's really you can learn this. Okay, and a lot of the dealers, they have areas they deal in, standing lip quarters or walking Liberty half dollars, and the collector should come in and pick the area that he's interested in and deal in that area. And it's really pretty easy to learn, and it's also easier to learn when there's lots of people like me that will sit down with you. More important than selling a coin to somebody, I want to teach somebody the hobby, because I love it.
So for someone who's a beginner collector, what are some of those resources that you would recommend people get into?
One, if you have the ability to go to a coin show in your area, okay? Going to that coin show and not necessarily having to buy coins or sell coins, just talking to the dealers. I mean, the dealers are really a friendly group.
Yeah.
They're not people as they get away. They want to sit down there and they want to help you learn the hobby, because we all love it. You know what I mean? We've done well, okay? And the business has done well, so it's very easy to want to have, if you have the ability to go to a show. If you don't have the ability to go to a show, you have to buy books. And it's very difficult to look at a book, okay? There are now a whole new world of online tutorials, what's the word? Tutorials,
yeah.
Where if you want to deal in pennies, you can go, you can always go on AI and they'll show you the parameters of coins are graded from 1 to 70, 70 being perfect. So if you want to know what a 50 coin is, you can easily go online and look up and see what a 50 is. And, I think any kid over 5 years old can do that. So it's pretty easy to learn, I mean, a show is most important. And then sometimes if you have a store in your area, a coin shop in your area, they should be in a position where they want to trade young people to have an area, something. So I think that's the best way to learn.
Cool. So it's books, online, or go talk to people.
Right. And a show. Show's number one. If you can go to a show, everyone in here will stop what they're doing and work with you, help you. And we all really like what we do. I mean, we're coinies. Do you know what I'm saying? We love to see the new coin. I get up and I come to a show. I can't wait to see what we're going to buy today, what the coin looks like. They're all different. We never know what we're going to end up with. We sell everything from pennies to gold coins, and I like them all. I mean, I've always been a dollar. I like the big coins.
Yeah.
Okay, and someone coming into a show or online, just pick an area they like, and I would imagine today you could learn a lot just online.
I think so. I mean, there's definitely a lot of bad information online as well, but there is also good information in there.
Yes.
So I have this fun question I ask every dealer. If I give you $100,000 right now to start a collection from scratch, what are the first 3 coins that you're going to buy?
I'd probably be in the dollar zone, and I'd give you like a 93S dollar. I'd give you some rarer coins, 77 Indian, what?
Key date coins.
Key date coins.
Yeah.
They just sell all the time. Okay, I don't know how many other hobbies have certain issues. I mean, coins may have the blimp or something like. I mean, stamps, you know. But in the coin business, the key dates are always wanted, always needed, and I would head toward one of those coins in that area to get you started, because you know they're a little pricey. You know, they can be hundreds of dollars. You know, they don't have to be thousands of dollars.
Yeah.
Okay, and the key dates are something that would be if you had to buy the 3 good coins. But really, you can start like Morgan dollars. You can start a collection of certified Morgan dollars at $60 to $80 and buy the first 25 dates.
Yeah.
You know, which is a lot of cool coins for that kind of money. I mean, $65, you and your friend go out and have lunch. You know, you bought yourself a real nice coin.
Yeah. There's really any coin series I feel like you can get started in it for not too expensive. Even like slightly higher graded coins
Absolutely.
in any given series. As long as it's not a super crazy date, you're able to attain those pretty easily.
Absolutely. You know, and it's funny. I guess I don't know if it's inflation or how it works, that the coins just seem so inexpensive to me. When I go out to eat or I do something right now, sometimes I think about it. I could have bought 2 more of those $64. You know, and coins just. I think that the time has come now. I don't know. I think COVID created a lot of people sitting at home, watching TV, pulling out change out of the back of their drawers and seeing what they have, and think maybe they want to, and they go to a coin store. They want to go somewhere and find out. And I think we've had a big boost from what I call the COVID boom of everyone sitting home, seeing coin shows, seeing coins being sold at night, and pulling coins out of the back of their drawer and saying these are cool, and go into a shop to find out.
Yeah.
You know, they look online, it says it's worth $1 million. They go into a shop and they find out it's worth $5, but at least they learned something.
Yeah. Okay, so you've been a dealer for a long time.
Yes.
So what is the coolest deal that you've been a part of that you like to brag about?
Very cool. Okay. Nicest 1943 steel penny. I sold a copper, okay? So you have a 1943 copper penny, and people find them in their steel, and they call all the time, I got this coin that doesn't look like a penny.
Right.
Well, during the war, they needed copper to make bullets. So in 43, they made the coins in steel.
All steel, yeah.
So some of them got out, maybe 10, 15 coins available. I placed the highest grade 43 copper penny, which is a PCGS 63 red CAC coin. CAC is another stickering service.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's insane.
And I placed that with a customer who put it in the A&A Museum.
That's where it belongs.
Right. And then the next very cool coin is the Walton nickel. I bought that from a dealer in Florida. It's a 1913 nickel.
Okay.
They kind of stopped in 12, but there were some 13s made, and each of these coins are several $1 million. Okay. And so that's pretty cool. And my son Adam actually, for a customer of ours, bought a baseball card recently. You want to tell him about that?
Yeah, Mickey Mantle card.
You bought a Mickey Mantle card?
Yeah, it was $12.6 million.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
What? I guess I
All
really
kinds
don't
of
know anything about
collectibles.
the card world. What's
It's a rare card in the highest grade.
Just like I gotta have it.
Oh, it's for a client.
No, it was for a client.
Let's say somebody is been collecting for a little while. They've built up a good assortment of coins, and they're thinking about stepping into the dealer side of things. What would you say to that person?
Believe it or not, in the last year or two, I've come across more people like that than I have in the past 40 years. There's a lot of people at 40, 50 years old getting to retire that have collected coins, and all of a sudden now they all want to retire doing coins as a spare income, going to local shows. I tell them, take a table at a show, you know what you paid for your stuff, you've learned price guides, and just sit there and talk to people and show your coins and get a feel for where you want to be. But I think really to get yourself in a position to be able to set up locally and show your coins to people, even if you don't want to sell them, just show them and see where the market's at and find your niche in that area. All right?
Is there anything else you want to mention or plug before we
I guess
wrap
that.
things up?
Anything you want to say?
Check out some site-wide coins.
Check out some site-wide coins. Yeah, you can actually go to
Website is right,
Right.
there.
Right. And there's a population report. There's also an explanation of, what we do and how we do it.
I appreciate you guys' time.
Yeah,
No, absolutely.
definitely.
That was very
Absolutely. Thank you.